Hi, and welcome to Good Day CA. I'm Molly Golden.
And I'm Danica Furst. Let's get right into today's show. The Cheshire Academy Cardboard Cutout fundraiser is heading into the final home stretch. As a reminder, if you're interested in purchasing a cardboard cutout for yourself, a family member, or a friend to be placed at Cheshire Academy events, contact Mrs. Ornato Giano for more information. The more cutouts your class buys, the better a chance your class has of winning. Students just got back from trips like Glow in the Park Adventure and Goat Cuddle Therapy, where students got to have some serious fun and take a break from all their responsibilities. You can go with friends and take some much needed time to relax. Plus, you will get to try new and fun things. If you're interested in attending events like these, make sure you check your weekly What's Happening at CA email that offers some of these weekend activities. Athletic Commitment Day was last Wednesday, and 10 Cheshire Academy student athletes committed their futures to their colleges. We were there to catch all of the action. Take a look.
Every year, 8 million students take part in high school athletics with the dreams of taking the next step to the NCAA level. On Wednesday, 10 more achieved their dream.
Oh wow, it was really fantastic. Kind of having that certainty of knowing where you're going now, and being excited for the future and what it might hold. It's really something else.
Richardson Lecture Hall was the site where 10 Cheshire Academy students committed their futures to their colleges. On Wednesday, the athletes' parents and coaches came to support as they capped off their high school sports careers at CA. As expected, emotions were high.
It's something you dream of as an athlete when you're little, and just seeing it happen today and going through the day and just realizing that it's actually real. I got to sign with some of my best friends, so there's really nothing like it.
10 sports and 10 schools were represented at the commitment ceremony, including Union, St. Bonaventure, and Radford. And while the schools represented were diverse, one thing stays consistent. They've all got their reasons.
As soon as I walked onto the campus, I felt I belonged there.
Coach Momberg, and he's very fantastic. He has a great track record.
When I went and visited and talked to the coach, I absolutely fell in love with the girls, the coach, the facilities, everything about it.
With only 3 weeks left of their senior year, these athletes are ready to go to college and play the sport they love.
Get excited, Cheshire. This year's Color Run event is just around the corner on June 2nd at 2:15 p.m. CA is going to host the Color Run. Students will be able to run across campus and get covered in all colors of the rainbow. The event takes place right after the academic awards, so get pumped for an exciting day. That's it for CA News. Here's what's happening around the area.
As of Monday, April 12th, 28.1% of Connecticut residents have been fully vaccinated. More than 44% of Connecticut residents have gotten one or more doses of their vaccine. Anyone in Connecticut who is 16 or older can now get their vaccine. The Connecticut Vaccine Portal can answer questions you may have about where to get a vaccine, how to get to your vaccination center, and each vaccine in general. This year, Passover was from March 27th to April 4th, and Easter was on April 4th. Unlike last year, more people spent the holidays with their families, but made sure to take COVID-19 precautions, including wearing a mask, staying 6 feet apart, and using hand sanitizer.
With new COVID guidelines, summer day camps are now allowed to start planning for the upcoming summer with less restrictions. New guidelines now let campers be in cohorts of 20 to compared of a cohort of 10 last summer. Staff will still have to wear masks, but campers will not when participating in outdoors activities with social distancing. There will also be an increased number of cleanings and sanitizations throughout the day. The YMCA of Greater Hartford has taken steps to a safer summer by maintaining temperature checks, grab-and-go lunch meals, and keeping campers separated in small groups. YMCA of Greater Hartford President Harold Sparrow says that what can campers expect this summer? You'll swim together, you'll go to archery together, you'll go to arts and crafts together. Let's now go to Feyza, who can't find any ketchup.
Thanks, Molly. And it's true, I can't find any ketchup. With the pandemic, there were shortages of toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and masks. Many restaurants had to switch from dine-in to take-out deliveries and order pickups. Individually packaged ketchup is now the must-have condiment for all of these restaurants. These packet prices are up 13% since January 2020, and fast food giants are begging for these packets. And had to get them from secondary suppliers, which costs companies more. The pandemic helped to push the retail of ketchup over $1 billion in 2020, and the company producing and selling this ketchup is Kraft Heinz. Heinz could not keep up with the amount of orders made by other restaurants and companies, but they are planning on opening up 2 more manufacturing lines that would produce more than 12 billion packets per year. Without these packets of ketchup, restaurants are buying bulk ketchup and filling containers of it themselves, which is tedious and slows them down with the takeout orders. But these packets are also not recyclable, and restaurants can buy bulk ketchup and put it into their own recyclable containers. That's all for local news. Let's go to Nicholas with the national news update.
President Biden introduced his $2 trillion infrastructure plan recently, named the American Jobs Plan. This plan consists of funding for a variety of United States infrastructure, including money to repair roads and bridges, creating high-speed broadband networks, transitioning to green energy, and ensuring safe drinking water, and many more. The bill, if passed, will also create many new jobs, especially for underprivileged people. On April 7th, President Biden made remarks on his plan, saying, "It's a plan that puts millions of Americans to work to fix what's broken in our country. Tens of thousands of miles of roads and highways, thousands of bridges in desperate need of repair. But it also is a blueprint for infrastructure needed for tomorrow, not just yesterday, tomorrow, for American jobs, for American competitiveness." The bill will be voted on by the Senate soon. It is not expected to pass because of the filibuster, unless the bill is put through budget reconciliation. President Biden also introduced his initial actions to address gun violence. This includes new reform for the use of firearms in the United States, which the president says will help fight the gun violence health epidemic. Some of these gun control laws include stopping the production of ghost guns, which are self-made guns that have no serial number, publishing red flag legislation for states, which would allow families to temporarily prevent people who are facing mental health crises from accessing guns, supporting gun violence intervention groups, and more. Since almost all of the Republican Party does not support these actions for gun reform, this bill is going to have a hard time passing through the Senate unless the bill is altered. Most Democrats say that gun control laws will reduce violence, while Republicans say such laws will not change anything and are unneeded. Biden plans to unveil more parts of his plan to reform the use of firearms in the United States, such as the banning of all assault weapons. Last week, Biden announced that on September 11th this year, he plans to withdraw all United States military forces from Afghanistan. This will be on the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks, and when military forces were first sent to Afghanistan, ordered by President Bush. This will be the end of the longest war in American history. Biden made remarks on his decision, saying, "We went to Afghanistan because of a horrific attack that happened 20 years ago. That cannot explain why we should remain there in 2021. Rather than return to war with the Taliban, we have to focus on the challenges that are in front of us." Biden will still maintain some U.S. presence in the form of national intelligence, but will not seek to continue the war there.
March Madness was definitely worth watching this year. UConn basketball is one of the most popular programs among basketball fans near Cheshire. In the men's tournament, UConn was defeated by Maryland in the early stages of the tournament. Baker Baylor and Gonzaga battled for the victory in the championship game. Baylor led by 16 points at the end of the game. The final score was 86-70. In the women's tournament, UConn was defeated by Arizona in the Final Four, losing by 10 points. In the championship game, Stanford beat Arizona by just 1 point. The score was 54-53. April 1st was opening day for Major League Baseball. The games that took place on this day included the Yankees versus the Blue Jays, the Dodgers versus the Rockies, and the Pirates versus the Cubs. With so many people at home because of COVID-19, it is a great year to watch MLB games on TV.
UConn basketball freshman Paige Beckers won the John R. Wooden Award after her stellar season with the Huskies. In the 2021 season, she was the team's leader in points with 19.5 points per game and was a key in taking her team to the 2021 Final Four in the NCAA tournament. In her freshman season, Paige started 29 games and became the first UConn player to score more than 30 points in 3 consecutive games. She also set the school record for most score points in her NCAA debut. Paige received 13 awards and honors this season, along with the Wooden Award being the most prestigious. The Wooden Award, which is given to an outstanding player in both men's and women's basketball, has been around for over 40 years and it has been 4 years since a UConn woman has won the trophy. Paige became the first freshman in history to win this award and the 4th Husky to win as well. Congratulations, Paige, and go Huskies. Taylor Swift is back and Better Than Revenge, releasing Fearless, Taylor's version, on April 9th. The album features re-recordings of her songs from Swift's 2008 album Fearless. Fearless, Taylor's version, has 26 tracks on it, including all 13 songs from Fearless 2008, 6 new songs, piano versions, and a remix of Love Story. Swift, back in February, wrote this on Instagram. So before I say anything else, let me just say that it was a real honor to get to be a teenager alongside you. This process has been more fulfilling and emotional than I could have ever imagined, and has made me even more determined to re-record all of my music. I hope you like this first outlining as much as I liked traveling back in time to recreate it. Taylor Swift can re-record her first 6 albums. Currently trying to regain her master's for Reputation. Thanks for watching this week's Good Day CA.
We will be back next time in the studio with all things you need to know about CA, local, national, and culture news.
Have a good day, Cheshire.